Get ready for sports, news, and entertainment. All right here, your 7 minutes with Simmons starts right now.
Does your boyfriend fart? Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. This is episode number 14. I'm your host, Christian, of 7 Minutes with Simmons. Thanks, guys, for coming back to the podcast. Does your boyfriend fart? And if so, did you write about it in the Niagara Falls Review? I've never laughed harder reading a newspaper in the morning. So I get up this morning, got some work to do early, run downstairs, pour myself a beautiful bowl of Crave, get to work on that thing with a plastic spoon, and then I turn the page in the newspaper over to the advice column. Like, I don't know what I'm doing in here, but figured, whatever, let's give it a look. The first response I read says as follows. This is the question, prompting the response. My boyfriend passes gas continuously in his sleep, and it grosses me out. Yada yada yada. She's going on. Like, I honestly don't know what to do about it. We've talked about it in a non-specific way. I didn't tell him he was doing it, but now I'm really thinking about what foods and drinks and activities I can do to make it better or worse. Lady, there's nothing you can do to stop a man from unleashing whatever ass gas is coming out. That you're not going to change that. I promise you that there's really no science there behind it. Well, there is science behind it, but I can't explain it to you. It's unbelievable. Like, where do people get the time? And come on, you're sending it into the paper. I couldn't believe it. But talking about making paper, the Pacers making their bread, getting their money's worth. Their fans are, for sure, OKC stunned in game number 1. Your topic for today, we're going to break it down. What happened for the Oklahoma City Thunder? A huge collapse, monumental at that. 15-point lead blown in the final 10 of quarter number 4. And it was one of those games where, OKC looked unreal. Like, here's the 68 game-winning juggernaut that's going to steamroll through not just game 1, but these finals. And then, boom, the winds of change blow Shea and the Thunder right out of the building. And all of a sudden, the Pacers come flying back. But let's get into the start here. What a tip out, what a tip off, basically, for the OKC. They started red hot, forcing 25 turnovers while just making 6 of their own, which is pretty impressive against a team that usually manages the ball quite well. They would average exactly half of that number throughout the regular season with the Pacers. And the differential for OKC was the largest they've accomplished in these playoffs. So great ball management accompanied by some great defense, getting hands in lanes and being tenacious on the floor. But it wasn't enough. Indiana fights and claws, man. One of those teams that just thrives on that adversity. A great example, look at the fourth quarter. Indiana down by 15 with 10 to go. Find a way to fight back right down to the end of the cuticle in this nail-biter as Tyrese Haliburton hits that game winner. And being their first lead all night, that's nuts. That's absolutely insane. It was the first time they took the lead with 0.3 seconds to go. For OKC, what a dagger to the heart there, man. You got to think. There's a lot of positives to take away for Mark Daigneault and his group, but what a tough way to lose game 1. And for Indiana, that could be the bounce or the nudge they need, but what a tough one. And, Shea and the whole Canadian tandem on that side, great performance, 38 points. He shot 14 for 30. Not exactly his standard, but still a solid game all around. And Lou Dort, giving him as much help as possible, 15 points, 4 steals, 2 blocks, and just a great showing of Canadian talent. Also for the Pacers, on the other side of the timeline, some Canadian talent on display. Another Canadian Olympian, Andrew Nembhard, crucial part of that late push from Indiana. He scored 8 of his 14 in that late comeback, including a massive step back over SGA with 2 to go. Come on, boys. Oh, Canada is proud today. I love to see it. What a showing from those guys. Just tremendous athletes, and you love to see the Canadian talent on display. But let's get back to this comeback here for a second and just the resilient culture that the Pacers seem to have. Like, heart attack Haliburton with that game-winning shot. What a dagger. 0.3 on the clock, and the Pacers win game one. But this isn't new for these guys. Like, take a seat for this stat, Sally. In the Pacers' last 4 comebacks, they mathematically have had a 0.00000, 2 more zeros, 13% chance of winning all of them. That's a 1 in 75 million chance of grabbing those 4 victories in the way that they did. Here's another one. Haliburton has a 2.48 clutch win probability added in this postseason run, which is the highest mark of all time, passing both 2018 LeBron and 2011 Dirk. Like, are you kidding me? Like, the stats that these Pacers are putting up, it's a record-breaking season for these guys. The way that they've performed in the playoffs, Haliburton in particular, he's got 3 game-winning shots in these NBA playoffs. That's the most in history ever. That'll earn you the nickname Heart Attack. The Thunder, another one, haven't lost to an Eastern Conference team at home in 450 days. Guess who? It was the Pacers. Like, are you kidding me, bud? And here's one more skull rattler, just in case the first 4 weren't enough. A 15-point rally in the finals has not been achieved in 14 years since the 2011 Mavs did it. And who was coaching that team? None other than the Pacers head coach, Rick Carlisle. Like, what is going on here? Like, talk about destiny. Just crazy stuff going on in Indiana. I cannot wait to see how this unfolds. And for OKC and Shea, what a terrible way to go. But that's going to do it for episode 14 of the pod, guys. Christian Simmons here, as always, thanking you for joining us. Have a good one. Peace.